I am here today to speak to you about, your Rotary journey. And you may be saying, why Rotary? I'm not a Rotarian, but you are. You are part of our family. And so whether it be future Rotarian or you never know, you could be an actual Rotarian this moment, I'll explain. The idea is that we want you to have this journey, this experience. And so I'm here today to just share a little bit with you about, what makes a Rotarian something very special. And I think that's how you'll see that it applies certainly to each and every one of you here today. So it's about that journey of the Rotarian, the modern day superhero. Okay. Now, just a little bit about me. As was mentioned in my bio, I am a past district Rotaract representative. This was my theme: youth excellence and service driven. You could tell I like bright colors. I tend to be excited very easily. I'm also currently a Rotarian in the Rotary Club of Maraval. And this is me pre-COVID, you can tell, right? In terms of the look, the vibe, right? And this is Carnival. This is good times in Trinidad and Tobago, where I am from, and hopefully we'll get back to that very soon. And I always like to bring it home because in Rotary, we share our priorities with those that we take care of. So my priorities, these are three of them here, my nieces, whom I love and I like to carry with me every time I present. Okay, so let's get to it, guys. So I mentioned that the Rotarian is basically a superhero. What does that mean? So if you guys could just share in the chat, what characteristics best describe a hero? And if you can't share in the chat, that's fine. Just think about it. We have so many superhero movies that are out. Marvel have given us almost 10 years plus of movies. We have, for the die-hard fans, we had DC comics much longer than that. And of course, the comic books much longer than that. But if you think about it, there are very specific criteria that more or less builds this image of a hero. And we're going to talk about a few of them and how it pertains to, oh, I love that. Someone said being selfless. I love this. That's fire, right? So hopefully that's good. That's not the anti-villain. Those are the good superheroes here. Bravery, honesty. I love that. Perseverance. Lovely. So you guys already know my whole presentation. That's wonderful, right? And someone has passionate, excellent, integrity, bravery, right? And I'm just going to end with this last one. A hero is a person who thinks of others before themselves. Fantastic. And I will jump back in the chat, so keep them coming. Okay, so just to press on, right? So from what you guys have put and are putting, I think we were on the same wavelength, right? And I will walk you through how these characteristics, right, of a superhero really describes you and me and the modern day Rotarian. So we have it. This was the cutest image. Get the cape, wear the cape, and then fly, right? So the average superhero, right, if we're talking basic superhero, has superpowers, right? Something that makes them a little bit different to everyone else. And Rotary tends to bring together persons from all backgrounds, all walks of life, who bring with them their experience or their superpowers, their expertise to help get the job done. And that job is typically solving some problem, okay? So whether you are a student, you are a teacher, you're a doctor, you're an Instagram influencer, it does not matter. Once you find yourself within Rotary, you bring your vocation with you. And that serves as that special superpower, because what I bring certainly is not what you will bring, but that compilation and combination of those superpowers, of those skills, allow for us to really do what we need to do and do it best, to be innovative, to be creative, to think outside the box, to be committed, and somebody said it, to be passionate, right? And those are some of the superpowers that describe the average Rotarian, okay? Moving right ahead, let me see if you guys got this one. Superheroes, chances are able to do the impossible. And somebody says it here, you know, they are able to be inspirational, right? But sometimes you may think that's a little bit impossible in these times where people may be a little bit negative, you know, we focus a lot on all the bad, but we focus on making the impossible a reality. So we all know that from 2020, amidst basically one of the greatest impacts that I think anyone here with us today will live through, Rotary helped to achieve the impossible. We helped to actually stop an infectious, dangerous, harmful virus in Africa. And that virus is the wild polio virus. That is an impossible task that was actually achieved in our lifetime. And for those of you who keep up with the Rotary story and with our journey to polio eradication, you know that there have been other smaller success stories as we build towards a world without polio. That is impossible for some to even fathom. And yet, as a Rotarian, as a member of Rotary, here we are achieving the impossible. Okay, and once again, you know, even in our everyday, this achievement of the impossible is no small feat. And it's the result of dedication. Someone mentioned it here in the chat as well. They are dedicated, determination, right? All these characteristics go into being able to achieve the impossible. And the same is done when Rotary clubs in your neighborhood, Interact clubs, Rotaract clubs come together to ensure that a school has the proper technology to be able to impart education the best way possible, right? We thrive on doing the impossible every day. We do it in Interact, we do it in Rotaract, and we continue doing it in Rotary for the rest of our lives. So under our 7 areas of focus, where we focus on peace and conflict resolution, maternal and health care, disease prevention, basic education, water and sanitation, basic education and literacy, and of course, supporting the environment, we help achieve the impossible project by project. And that doesn't matter where you stand within the Rotary family. Once you are here with us, you are part of that journey. And so I'm saying you guys are so good. I should have consulted you before I did my presentation. Someone is telling me not all superheroes wear capes. Yes, because sometimes the cape gets caught in a plane and it's not good. But yes, we all know that, right? We have the hidden heroes amongst us, just like the Rotarians, right? I don't think any one of us are running around with capes, but we are certainly doing what we can with the superpowers that we have and trying to achieve the impossible for those who need it. And we move on. The ability also, and someone said it, to be a visionary, right? That's one of the other things in the chat, that we are able also to be able to be out of the box thinkers, think big, okay? While we have many friendly neighborhood Rotarians, we recognize that being in Rotary is much more than helping out just in my neighborhood or just my neighbor. It's also about rallying for global initiatives, okay? And these initiatives, you know, they could be anything, whatever we have within our organization, within our neighborhood, within our community that impacts us. Maybe it's racism, maybe it's poverty, maybe it's about empowering young girls and women, maybe it's domestic violence. Whatever cause we take on, the idea is that Rotary recognizes this need for ongoing work and to work together. We aren't just about the now, right? We think big, we think beyond the 4 walls, right? We think beyond our island, we think beyond our country, we think beyond our district, right? Rotary is international, and so we definitely appreciate our partners. Rotary has also been very known on all levels through Rotaract, through Interact, and of course, Rotary clubs to partner with other clubs and other organizations that have similar focus to us and help us achieve the impossible, help us also to think bigger. So right here in District 7030, we would have partnered with clubs in Asia, in Europe, in the United States to help bring projects alive to many other Rotarians around the world. Okay, and one example is a cancer screening bus that Rotarians pulled together from 7030, from Italy, from the United States, to be able to provide screening, cancer screening within the remote parts of India. Now, you and I may never go to India. Certainly now with the pandemic, we may be a bit more cautious, but that does not stop us. That does not limit how far and wide we think. That ability to network, that ability to connect is really at the heart of what we do. And even right here in the Caribbean, we reach out. So many of our clubs have helped and continue to help Haiti in terms of bringing clean water and other essentials to them. And we partner also, there's a club right here in Trinidad and Tobago who has partnered with experts outside of our Caribbean islands to bring expertise to our island so that teachers and practitioners could help recognize autism in its early stages and have the right tools to be able to address that. So how fantastic is that? It's a really, really big focus, a big picture focus. And of course, if you have this big picture focus, we are superheroes. We are going out there, we are saving the day. And of course, that is going to have some sort of ripple effect. We expect that we are going to touch lives, right? Because sometimes the fight, the struggle, right, of this ongoing, negativity and, poverty seems to always be there, prejudices are always there, diseases, as you think you're eradicating one, 10 more pop up, and it seems that, we're just not getting a handle on this. But through the work of the Rotarian, the Rotaractor, the Interactor, we are able to inspire change so that even for someone who feels they are not quite a superhero as yet, we encourage them to do whatever little bit through our actions, through our own selflessness, and by sharing our story. So through Rotary, we have a special focus on our youth that allows for us to build a brighter future by developing training programs such as what we are experiencing here, RYLA. You also have the Peace Scholarships, right? Right now, in case you don't know, applications are open, right? So look out, ask for your Rotarians and your sponsor clubs to tell you some more information, because there are so many opportunities as a young person within our organization as we try to ensure that our future remains bright, it remains positive, right? And that we can also reach out there and improve it, right? So that tomorrow is a better today. These opportunities are open to any Rotaractor who is willing to take the next step to change the world. And we must never underestimate the part that we all play in being part of this change, this inspiration, as someone put in the chat, because superheroes inspire, right? And it's all about inspiring change to achieve that brighter future. And last but not least, something else about a superhero that is so synonymous with us in Rotary is that they have a team. We don't do this by ourselves, guys. There was no way polio could have been eradicated in Africa if only one person was fighting the cause. One person may have inspired, one person may have done maybe a little bit more than others, and that's real, that's life. But the point is, it's a team, it's a network. Even the best superhero often finds his or herself needing to get help. Hence the formation of the Justice League, of Marvel, the world's greatest Avengers, right? And why was that? Because yes, Superman is fantastic. Yes, Captain America is fantastic. But how much more fantastic they are with the support of their team. Just to interject, I am Team Batman. So I believe Batman could do it all by himself. But even Batman is part of the Justice League, lending his resources, lending his talents. And you too are part of this incredible network. Rotary boasts 1.2 million superheroes, and that's not even counting our Rotaractors and our Interactors. So imagine how much wider, how much more reach we have. And these superheroes are stationed all around the world. And therefore, we need as much help as possible to increase this team, to build this team. Because as we know, and if it's one thing 2020 reminded us, that we need as much presence as possible, because the needs of those who we help, it never stops. It always grows. There's always something else for us to do. There's always something else for us to make an impact on. And we are very glad to have these opportunities. And even in this moment, the need of our community, the needs of our world, it's growing. And that's a very real reality. And therefore, we must recruit. We must celebrate this team. And we look to you, to young persons, right, to continue this work and keep making a difference in your communities through your schools, right? And also sharpening your skills through whatever professional or vocational opportunities, such as what we're doing here tonight and will continue into the weekend, you know, because these things allow for you to be more open to the journey that will eventually take you to being a problem solver, being a game changer, being someone who makes a difference. As I started, so I will end. You are a future Rotarian, and therefore we can easily sit back and say, okay, that sounds good, but what does it really mean? Well, it means that we need to take what we conceptualize, the ideas we have, and make them into reality. We consult with those in need, because just like a superhero, we don't just randomly go and pick up people because we think they need to be saved. No, we consult, we discuss, we ask, all right? And sometimes we are approached. And that's how we operate within our Rotary family. So your adventure certainly does not stop here as an interactor. We encourage you to continue being part of our team, to be a Rotaractor. Our co-host mentioned that Rotaractors are from 18 years old. And so when you reach that age, it's just another step for you, because you're already bringing that energy. You're already bringing those superhero powers that will just be harnessed and further nurtured within your Rotary journey as a Rotaractor. Okay, and you know, you may be wondering, maybe I've never heard of Rotaract. Maybe I don't have a Rotaract club that's close to me. I'm going to drop my contact in the chat, right? And so I can help literally connect you if you're very close to graduating high school or secondary school, so that your Rotary journey does not end. And so just a reminder that you are already on this path of being a superhero, of being a Rotarian, of embracing change, of being someone who uses the talents that they have to help others, of making a difference, of inspiring change. All we can ask of you is to please include us in your journey. We know there are so many other things that you can reach out to and you can help with, and we encourage you to do so. But continue your Rotary journey, because the world awaits your help. Thank you.